Yeah, so this is the first nice day I've had in a long time. You can see Sendai City over there in the distance, which is why I couldn't find anything the first day or two. There's like a graveyard sort of thing. That's Taihotera, which is a temple that's like the temple that's right by me. There's another temple off in the distance that you can't really see. But I mean, like, this is pretty much what Sendai is all about. And then back inside, there's my shelves. I got my desk here. There's a bathroom in that corner. More dresser, shelves. There's a whole lot of shelf space, and I don't think I'll ever be able to use it, so that's nice. It's not a bad place. Hey friends. Well, I'm testing out a different angle here, it looks like. Just trying to mix it up a bit. So the reason my hair is like a mess is because I just got back from the second of 2 parties that I went to this weekend. Feeling pretty good about it. On Friday night, I went to a JET party, and basically the JET program takes people that can speak Japanese or not speak Japanese and sends them to Japan. There's 2 main categories, which is ALT, and that's Assistant Language Teacher. You don't really have to speak any Japanese to do that. And then there's the CIR, which is it's International Relations helper outer, basically. And those are the people that are at the Miyagi government office with me. And, it's a minimum commitment of 1 year, anywhere up to 3 to 5 years. 5 if, like, you can stay beyond 3 years if you have, like, a serious reason to want to stay. And so basically, you come here, they pay for your plane ticket, they may or may not pay for your rent, you get a salary from the government, so it's like it's not a bad deal for people first getting out of college. I would not want to do the ALT, because that's basically like teaching little kids. Not that I don't like little kids, but I've been studying Japanese really hard, and like I kind of want to do something serious. So yeah, I went to that party, and it like ended up at karaoke. Basically, it was just me and a bunch of foreigners. You see that I have a pretty sweet new T-shirt. Pollution. And on the back, it has a little sweet little graphic of factories and like X over pollution. Little teddy bear wearing a gas mask. I like it. It's really Japanese. It's like pink and horribly cute. There's another T-shirt that I'm considering getting, which is just like over the top. If I get it, I'll show it to you. So anyway, so I went to the JET party, and that turned out pretty well. Oh, and so it's a farewell party, right? So everyone's leaving. And so at the end of the night, it's like me just getting my stuff, and this guy comes in, he's like, "Hey, is this yours?" And he hands me this thing, and I'm like, "Oh, but he left before I could say anything. And so I'm like, I'm holding this thing, and I'm like, what would a Boy Scout do? So I was like, alright, like, I'm not going to leave it here in this karaoke room because everybody's leaving, and like the staff's just going to get it. So I'm going to hold on to it, so when somebody's saying, hey, where'd that thing go, they'll ask me, and I'll say, oh, here it is. But nobody ever asked anything like that, as long as I was standing there just like, wonder whose this is. And it's a farewell party, so whoever's it was is in the States now. So it looks like I have an iPod Touch. Shh. Which is awesome, because now I can access the internet and communicate to people when I'm out and about and check my emails. So last night I went to one of my new friends' birthday parties from Sannomiya. Was it Miya Kyodai is the name of the college. So I went out to my friend's house, my friend's apartment, and basically it was just like, there was a bunch of people there. Alright, so it was the first time I've ever been to a Japanese party, And you go there, and everybody kind of sits with like their knees under them, really awkwardly, and it's just like tradition. And then finally, like the host will be like, "Oh, you can relax," and then you adopt other positions. But everybody's just kind of sitting in a circle on the floor talking. I was really sleepy, so I didn't really participate in a whole lot of conversation. Like I was just sitting there listening, and like I was understanding most of what was being said. But towards the end, I was just kind of like nodding off because it was like 2 a.m. and. I mean, I had a really good time. Like, there was a lot of really tasty food and stuff. Until finally, I was just like, "Hey, I'm feeling pretty sleepy," and the girl's just like, "Then pass out. Like, what are you doing?" I was just like, "Really, it's okay." So apparently, the way the party was set up, which I didn't know, because I understood the majority of what was being said, but maybe it's just like some unspoken agreement in Japan where if you go to somebody's birthday party, you can just like pass out. So I just like fell asleep. And then I woke up maybe an hour or so later, and there was just like a futon on the floor, and so like maybe 6 people wound up just like sleeping over this apartment. So I woke up this morning, kind of chilled out for a little bit, drank a little bit of tea, and then I came back here to the Kaikan. Beautiful weather today, so I'm gonna go to this place called Matsushima. It's one of the big attractions of Sendai, and it's this place you can take a boat out, and it's like 120 little islands, and it's like the first blue sky that I've seen in a long time here because it's rainy season. So I've been blessed with this weather, so I'm just gonna go take advantage of it. It is 12:20 p.m. I love you back at home. I'm getting pretty close to having abs from doing crunches and being on a Japanese diet and walking up and down mountains every day for the last month or so. So I'm pretty excited about that, let's just say. That's it. So I'll be back at home. Love you guys. I'll see you later. Ha 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 ha.